Imagine a moment where all the stresses of the world simply disappear. The sounds of the busy city fade into the background, the thoughts that clutter your mind slowly dissolve, and you are left in a space where only peace exists. What if I told you that in just 10 minutes, you could unlock this calm, this sense of relaxation that we so often forget? Today, we're going to explore how to truly let go and give your mind and body a much-needed break. Stick with me as we delve into the power of mindful relaxation using a simple practice that can make a world of difference in your day. As you settle into a comfortable position, whether you're lying down or sitting in a chair, take a moment to close your eyes. Now, the focus here is not just on shutting out the external world, but on bringing your awareness inward. This is a critical step that many of us overlook. It's easy to say, just relax, but how often do we really tune in to what's happening inside our bodies? Too often, our attention is scattered. Our minds are racing from one thought to another, from one worry to the next. That's why this first step, inviting awareness, is so essential. Breath is the anchor to the present moment. By focusing on the gentle rise and fall of your breath, you're not just calming your mind, but you're also sending signals to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. This isn't just some abstract idea, it's backed by science. When you breathe slowly and deeply, your body activates its parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and recovery. I remember a time when I was in the midst of a hectic work schedule. My mind was constantly racing, and I felt overwhelmed. A simple practice like this, where I took just a few minutes to focus on my breath, helped me regain control of my thoughts and my stress levels. Now, as you breathe in and out, imagine the air flowing as freely as it wishes. There's no need to force it. Let your breath find its own natural rhythm. In the same way, allow your body to soften. This is another key point. So often, we carry tension in areas like our shoulders, neck, or back without even realizing it. As you sit here, pay attention to these areas. Let them melt away, as though they were never tense to begin with. A story comes to mind here. I once knew a friend who struggled with chronic tension headaches. She spent countless hours in front of a computer, and by the end of each day, her shoulders were like solid rocks. She tried everything: medication, massage, but nothing seemed to work. Then, she started practicing mindfulness techniques like this one. By simply tuning into her body and releasing the tension she didn't need, her headaches started to diminish. It was like her body finally gave her permission to relax. Now, think about that. How much tension are you carrying around right now that you don't even need? There's nothing you have to do in this moment. You're giving yourself permission to take a break, even if it's just for these 10 minutes. Your mind may wander, and that's okay. When it does, just gently bring your attention back to your breath, to your body, and let yourself sink deeper into relaxation. As we continue, let your awareness travel down your body, starting from your head and moving all the way down to your toes. This body scan technique is powerful because it allows you to check in with every part of yourself. Often, we don't realize how much stress we're holding until we intentionally relax each muscle. Start with your forehead. How does it feel? Is it tense? Let it go. Then move down to your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. With each area, let go of any muscles you're not actively using right now. This gradual release is like unwinding a spring that's been tightly coiled for too long. There's a deeper lesson in this as well. We live in a world that's constantly pushing us to do more, to achieve more, to be more. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Just let go. There's a paradox here, and it's one I've learned the hard way. When we stop chasing after the things we think we need, we often find that we already have everything we were looking for. Take this moment, for example. Right now, you don't need anything. You don't need to check your phone, you don't need to worry about tomorrow, and you don't need to hold on to any stress. All you need is this moment, and the beauty of it is that you already have it. By letting go of the need for more, you'll find a deep sense of contentment in what is already here. One of the most profound lessons I've learned through meditation and mindfulness is that peace doesn't come from achieving more or having more. It comes from realizing that, in this moment, I have enough. I am enough, and so are you. This is a truth that we often overlook because we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of life. But when you really sit with this idea that you are enough, you begin to release the pressure to be anything other than who you already are. Let me share a personal story. A few years ago, I went through a period of intense anxiety. I was constantly stressed, worrying about things I couldn't control. No matter how much I achieved, it never felt like enough. One day, a mentor of mine introduced me to mindfulness meditation. At first, I was skeptical. How could something as simple as breathing and relaxing solve the complex problems in my life? But as I began to practice, I realized that the real problem wasn't my circumstances, it was my reaction to them. By learning to let go, I found a peace I had been searching for all along. In another instance, I worked with a client who was constantly overwhelmed by their busy schedule. They felt like they had no time to relax, no time to breathe. But by incorporating just 10 minutes of mindfulness into their day, they began to notice a shift. The small act of focusing on their breath and letting go of tension allowed them to approach their day with more clarity and calm. As we come to the end of this guided relaxation, take a moment to acknowledge the work you've done. You've given yourself the gift of peace, even if it was just for these 10 minutes. And the lesson here is simple. Peace is always within reach. No matter how busy or stressed you are, you always have the power to pause, to breathe, and to let go. In this fast-paced world, we often think that doing more is the answer. But sometimes, the most profound act of self-care is to simply be still. To recognize that in this moment, there is nothing you need because you already have everything you need. You have yourself, and that, my friend, is enough. Now, as you slowly begin to come out of this relaxed state, let your body guide you. There is no rush. Let your transition be smooth and gentle, just as your relaxation was. And as you open your eyes, remember this feeling of calm. Carry it with you throughout your day, knowing that you can always return to this space of peace whenever you need it. Great job today. You've done something wonderful for yourself, and you deserve this moment of tranquility. Keep this practice close, and remember you are enough, always.